Hey everybody, Smart Silver Stacker here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the live stream. Now I had to do a live stream again today because if I were to record a video, I believe by the time I get it edited and published, the topic will potentially no longer be relevant, because what I want to focus on today is the dip that we're seeing in silver. The silver price slightly down today, down about 2%. And I believe that this may be the last dip that we are presented with in the silver price before we break above $50 per ounce, nominal record all-time highs. And it may be the last opportunity to get your hands on silver before that occurs, under $50 per ounce. Now, this is the hourly chart of silver, and I've drawn a trend line here to this low back in September, touching the sell-off that we saw at the beginning of October, and then we touched it again today. And we've got a Fibonacci retracement drawn on the chart here overlapping this dip. And you can see that we got a nice bounce at this 50% retracement level, which also happens to coincide with that trend line. So nothing is certain in these short-term forecasts. However, I suspect that this dip is bottoming. I mean, one thing we have witnessed with recent sell-offs in the silver price, like here, where we got a sharp drop on October 2nd, which took place within the span of 1 hour on relatively high volume, it was very short-lived, right? Silver quickly rallied to new 14-year highs. In fact, we have seen the silver price rally as high as 48.76 in the rally that we've been witnessing, taking us very close to nominal all-time highs, less than $1.50 away from the record all-time high. And oh, look, right now, while it's happening, we're seeing the gold futures contract trading above $4,000. So that is a new record for gold futures. To me, the fact that we're getting this dip in silver at the same time that we are seeing the gold price or gold futures contracts hitting record all-time highs above $4,000 suggests that this is going to be a short-lived dip in silver. Right now, gold spot price trading at $39.73, so approaching $4,000, traded just today as high as $39.91, so less than $10 away from that $4,000 level in spot gold. Look, if you want to pick up some silver, SD Bullion's got junk silver at spot price right now. I think this is probably the best thing out there in terms of stacking at the moment. Not financial advice, of course, not telling anybody what to do, but junk silver at spot to me is always a good deal, especially when we get these dips. Now, I posted on X a little while ago regarding this dip, that it seems likely the dip is in. And you might notice, I mean, if you're looking for the bottom and you want my take on any moves in the silver market, X is a faster place to get that information, even faster than a live stream. So if you haven't done that yet, go over to x.com/stacksmarter and give me a follow. Of course, nothing has fundamentally changed here in this gold market. It's not 2011. It's not 1980. I don't think we're going to stall out at $50. That is just a critical level of resistance that we are fast approaching. And when we get above $50, I think it's going to be rapid appreciation to the upside. Now, I mean, is this level going to hold right here at 47.32 where we bottomed earlier today? I don't know. If it dips further, I will likely just buy more. Again, not financial advice. U.S. national debt now at $37.83 trillion. So we're on track to exceed $38 trillion here in a matter of days. Again, nothing has fundamentally changed, right? The Fed is cutting. The debt and deficits are soaring. There was an interesting piece of news that I wanted to share with you in addition to this brief technical update, and that is regarding this executive order signed by the Trump administration that I've touched on in several past videos. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you've likely heard me mention this, unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential. And I was forecasting that this could have a big impact on domestic producers of gold, silver, and other critical minerals. Well, look at this headline. This company, Trilogy Metals, and I have no affiliation with Trilogy Metals, for the record. I don't own the stock, although I wish I did, because the stock has basically tripled following a report from Reuters that the White House was announcing an investment in this Canadian mineral exploration company. Domestic producers and North American producers of these critical materials are really going to benefit from the combined effects of the current political environment and the current bull market in minerals. Now, I think it's only a matter of time before more silver miners in particular begin seeing movement like this. Now, of course, nothing is guaranteed. I'm not telling anybody to go out there and buy any particular stock. But this is a trend you should be paying attention to, right? When you see something like a small metals producer tripling overnight as the government expresses interest, silver is a critical mineral. Silver was recently, it was suggested by the U.S. Geological Survey that silver be added to the list of critical strategic minerals for the U.S. And, the metal itself, silver, has been in a significant structural deficit for years now. We're burning through more silver than is being produced. Yeah, there's a significant amount of it out there in the hands of stackers, etc. But, at what price are we going to see that silver actually come back into the market? Well, it's going to be a higher price. I mean, we are seeing some retail investors perhaps selling currently, but I think once silver breaks above $50 an ounce, it's going to become clear that, we're still in the very early stages of this bull market. And I think we might even see more retail buying once we exceed that level. And, the future for silver and silver producers is very bright. We looked at this chart last time we did this live stream. Looks like I've eliminated a trend line here. Let me redraw that. This is the 3-month chart for silver, the quarterly chart for silver. And I mean, this is just a huge cup and handle breakout. I mean, when you look at this, it suggests that we're headed probably to triple digit silver. If you look at this, are we looking at this in logarithmic form? So you would expect with a cup and handle like this, the bottom is down here from 1991, where the silver price was under $4, to the breakout level here around 38 or so, just under 40. The distance between those two levels on a logarithmic chart is what you would expect this bull market to rise to, which easily puts you into the triple digits. So it's not just, the difference between the breakout level and the bottom. When you look at that in a logarithmic sense, in like percentage terms, we're talking about a huge breakout to the upside in silver here. So, I don't know if my short-term forecast will pan out. Of course, on the hourly, it looks to me like this dip is done. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, or put it in the chat here on the live stream. If silver's bottomed here, I suppose that if this level doesn't hold, the next level we might expect the silver price to touch would be, draw a trend line between these two dips, and that would get us down to about $46. But if we do dip back down to $46, I will certainly be looking to add to physical and paper positions myself. And this was a short one. I got to keep this one short, but I just wanted to hop on live and discuss this dip. And, it's really shaking out who is a true believer in the facts regarding silver and this bull market. And, weekends are probably getting shaken out. But if you've been following this channel for a while and you're a seasoned stacker, you know that silver, it can move fast to the upside. It can move even faster to the downside. But the bull market is 100%, in my opinion, still in effect. And all of these dips are to be bought. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe and happy stacking. Leave me a comment down below to let me know what you think about the topics that we covered in today's live stream. Don't forget to go over and follow me on X at x.com/stacksmarter, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Smart Silver Stacker out.